Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the night forum of today. First of all, I would like to thank all of the audience. The topic today is the good, the bad, and the ugly of social media to mental health. Firstly, I would like to introduce to all of you our speaker. First, Miss Dabita Ilma Fitri. Second, Miss Fairuza Atika. And the last speaker is Miss Farah Fakhira. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are discussing about social media generally, I would like to give a brief explanation about social media and how it can affect our mental health by using the social media. Okay, social media is the website and application that are designed to allow people to share content quickly, efficiently, and in real time. But many people define social media as application on their smartphone or tablet. But the truth is, this communication tool started with computer. For example, the application or the social media that we are frequently using nowadays are like Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and others. It's a relatively new technology. There are little research to establish the long-term consequences, the good and the bad of using social media. However, multiple studies have found a strong link between high and heavy use of social media and an increased risk of depression, loneliness, self-harm, and even suicidal thoughts. Social media may promote negative experiences such as inadequacy about your lifestyle and appearance, fear of missing out, isolation, depression and anxiety, cyberbullying, and also self-absorption. So, we are glad to have our speaker here to give their opinion about this issue. We start with the first speaker, Miss Davita Ilma Fitri.
How many followers do you have on Instagram? Did you check her WhatsApp status? Why does he not like my pictures on Facebook? Well, these are some conversations friends usually have. Social media is nothing for them, but still it is everything for them. 21st generation is growing with good morning in social media and good night through social media. Social media has created a significant impact on people irrespective on gender and age difference. There are times when people think that youngsters or someone who is not accessing any social media are usually renegades in their thoughts and opinion. But is that really true? Does being on social media decide our views and opinions? It simply makes people think a lot more than what they should actually think about anyone. So here's some advantage of social media. First, availability. The first fundamental preferred standpoint of social media is the network. Individuals from any place can associate with anybody, no matter which religion or area you belong to. The magnificence of social media-based life is that you can interface with anybody to learn and share your thoughts. Second is education. Social media has considerable measures of advantage for the students and instructors. It is anything but difficult to teach from other people who are specialists and experts by means of online life. You can follow anybody to gain from him or her and improve your insight into any field. Despite your area of education, you can teach yourself and that too without paying for it. Third is help. You can impart your issues to the network to get help and energy, regardless of whether it is helping in terms of cash or in terms of counsel. You can get it from the network you are associated with. Next, information and updates. The fundamental preferred standpoint of the social media based life is that you refresh yourself from the most recent happenings around on the planet. More often than not, television and print media nowadays is one-sided and does not pass on the genuine message. With the assistance of web-based life, you can get the certainties and genuine data by doing some research. Next is brand promotion. Whether you have a disconnected business or on the web, you can elevate your business to the biggest gathering of people. You have the access to the whole world and you can reach out to anyone you feel fit. This makes the organizations gainful and more affordable on the grounds that the greater part of the cost made over a business is for publicizing and advancement. Last but not least, awareness. Social media additionally make mindfulness and develop the manner in which individuals live. It is the web-based life which has helped individuals find new and inventive stuff that can upgrade individuals' life, from ranchers to educators, understudies to legal advisors to each person of the general public can profit by web-based life and its mindfulness factor. Despite there are being a host of negative issues of social media, it's still a very important for society as a whole due to a large number of benefits is associated with. Social media is effortlessly available and it's additionally the gathering purpose of the present web intelligence group of onlookers. Social media also opens potential outcomes of direct access to customers with no outsiders intersections. Moreover, promoting through social media is pretty inexpensive when contrasted with expenses caused by print, TV, or other customary media. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the explanation from our first speaker, Ms. Dawita Emma Fitri. From that, we can know the advantage and the good of using social media. As we know, in this world, everything has its own good and on bad. So we move forward to our second speaker, Ms. Fairuza Atika, to deliver her opinion about the bad of social media.
Thank you for our moderator, cause give me chance to reveal my opinion. Everyone must think social media just have good, but they did not realize there are also bad sides of social media. Nowadays, people are masters at keeping themselves occupied in the hours in their free time. When they are doing something, they are doing nothing. They are online and on their phones, texting, sharing, scrolling. You name it, like always done by everyone. Of course, before everyone had social media as Instagram account, they kept themselves busy. But they were more likely to do their chatting on the phone, not like in a person when hanging out at the mall. It may have looked like a lot of aimless hanging around, but what they were doing was experimenting, trying out skill, and succeeding and failing in tons of tiny real-time interaction that kids today are missing out on. For one thing, modern people are learning to do most of their communication while looking at a screen and not a person. So in this situation, they will have bad effect to them, such as increase in anxiety, lowering self-esteem, loneliness, and increased feelings of depression. Another big change that has come with the new technology and especially smartphone is that we are never really alone. People update their status, share what they are watching, listening, and reading, and have apps that let their friends know their specific location at the map at all times. Even if a person isn't trying to keep his friend updated, he still reach out over text message. The result is that kids feel hyper connected with each other. The conversations never stop, and they feel like there is always something new happening. That's all from me, and I will give back to our moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Fairuza Atika, for the explanation about the bad of social media. Lastly, I would like to call Ms. Farah Fahira to deliver her opinion and her speech about the ugly of using social media. And may I know about the differences between the ugly and the bad? So, would you like to give a brief explanation about the ugly in the beginning of your opinion, Ms. Farah Fahira?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Fatima, for giving me the chance to speak up my opinion. I admit that social media can bring good to us, such as giving information or news about what is happening now in our country or other country all over the world. But there is also the ugly part about social media. The difference of bad and ugly of social media is the effect of social media. If we using social media for bad things, the consequences of the bad things will lead to the ugly of social media. For example, counseling mental illness is just the beginning. However, in addition to being used as a tool to exacerbate or mask signs of mental illness, social media can be a source of mental and emotional distress. Social media allows for the emergence of cyberbullying, a phenomenon which 30% of students report experiencing. To an adult, cyberbullying may not seem like a big deal. After all, kids will be kids. Regardless of technology access, but considering peer victimization is associated with significantly higher rates of suicidal ideation and suicide attempt, that suicide are the second ranking cause of death for adolescents. This is a side. After all, kids will be kids. Regardless of technology access, but considering peer victimization is associated with significantly higher rates of suicidal ideation and suicide attempt, that suicide are the second ranking cause of death for adolescents. This is a side effect to be taken seriously. So social media also has the power to make us feel more isolated despite its central functionality of keeping us connected. We may have more social interaction with people, but those interactions are less valuable and superficially rewarding. In other words, we feel like we are having meaningful connections, but we aren't. In addition, social media forces us to confront a gold standard of appearances, such as we compare our lives to the ideals we see on the social media and can't help but wind up feeling unfulfilled and disconnected. In extreme cases, social media can even be a source of real addiction. The instant gratification and variable payouts of social media can make it hard for some people to focus on anything else. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the opinion, Ms. Farah Fahira. What can I summarize from this forum is social media has its own good and own bad. However, we as humans play an important role to make sure that social media do not harm us in neither our health, our emotion, or our environment. And I believe if we use the social media to the best, we can gain many benefits and advantages compared to disadvantages. For the last word, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to end this forum that titled The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, Social Media to Mental Health. I would like to say thanks to the speaker that delivered their opinion diligently, and I would also like to thank to the audience that give their attention for us. Thanks for the attention.